John Murphy.
It's actually my first time here, so this is pretty cool. Thanks for having me come out. So, trust me, I'm just as confused as you are. What we're looking at here, right? Is this guy a huge nerd, big old redneck? What we're working with? A little bit of both, if we're being honest. That's why I dress the way I do. You know, because like the alternative, suppose I had on work boots and maybe like a flannel or a Dale Earnhardt t-shirt now. Tell me I don't hit my old lady. That's why I wear these nerdy ass t-shirts and these loud tennis shoes. I'd rather look like a virgin neckbeard who's never going to get laid than a guy about to catch a charge, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I need to reiterate I don't hit my wife. Some of you look like you weren't sure. I actually don't. Despite this heritage not hate body and this build that wall face I got going on there. I'm actually pretty progressive. I'm pro-choice, fully support gay marriage. I'm pretty certain I'm queer. That was one of those, super manly men, mega into sports, butch dads. So growing up, naturally to, win his affection and prove how tough I was, I joined a band. Yeah, it actually went the opposite of the way you think. You think he'd get mad and call me a pussy for joining the marching band. Yeah, you know it. That's exactly how that shit went. 100%. He kept it up my whole life too, like on my wedding day. Standing there with my best friend. And we're having cigars and whiskeys, having time of our lives, and my dad walks up and he's like, "Why do y'all match?" Dad's my best man, it's my wedding day, we're supposed to match. That's what we do. He's like, "I bet that's your best man." Admittedly, he is getting a lot softer in his old age though. He's getting more in touch with his emotions the older he gets, it seems like. Like the other day we were on a father-son hunting trip, and just sitting there, out of nowhere, he's like, "I'm proud of you, right?" I'm like, "What the fuck?" That is, what? No, I'm serious. You've got a house of your own, you provide for your family, you got a steady job. I'm just really proud of the man you turned out to be. I'm like, holy shit, that is some emotional stuff. That is heartfelt and loving. I never expected to hear that from you, of all people. What, you're on your period, you fucking bitch? Jesus Christ, Marcia, save the tears for your tampon, you giant pussy. Listen. A lifetime of ridicule versus one insult and a duck blind. I think we're even.
There you go.
So I am married, believe it or not. That's from earlier. And here's a little story about that. You might want to hear like a good old married sex story. Yeah. Of course you do. So it was Gatlinburg, Tennessee. Me and a couple of buddies decided we're going to get a cabin up in the beautiful hills for Valentine's weekend. And because when you think romance, you think airbrush t-shirts and putt-putt, exactly. We took our wives, we didn't just go in the mountains to fuck each other. That was a different trip. So, we do what I'm assuming all of you do when you go to Gatlinburg. We got real drunk real fast. In our little cabin, and then we all retire to our separate rooms for the evening, and my wife comes slinking out of the bathroom in a little lacy negligee. Yeah, all right.
There you go.
Here's the thing I know about my wife that you don't. She's really conservative in the bedroom like 99% of the time. When she gets drinking, she gets to whoring pretty heavy. She's also a sloppy drunk. Slutty and sloppy is a terrible combination, trust me. So when I say she slinks out of the bathroom, what I truly mean is she falls out and flops against the door frame. Because here's another thing, I don't know if you guys know anybody like this. When she gets drunk, she loses motor. She loses all of her bones. She gets real, like that, gets real jello-y, So she flops against the door frame. She says, "Hey, big boy, you ready for this?" "Not particularly, sweetheart. We'll give it a shot." You guys like that, huh? She comes over and hands me a small wooden box. I open it up and there's like feathers and little plastic toys and shit. And I'm like, fuck, did we get a cat? I hate cats. That's to spice up the bedroom. We fuck more than twice a year, it'd be pretty spicy, but I like that. Let's do some inventory. We start going through, and there's a feather on the stick that seems stupid. Leather whip looking thing, that seems dangerous. There's like a survival's guide to fucking, like a little Kama Sutra book or whatever. Too drunk to read that. Anal beads, not drunk enough for that. We get down to there's one thing left in the box, and it's a small bottle, and on the side it says chocolate body paint. And it was not chocolate body paint. What it is watered down Hershey syrup, and it was fucking gross. Yeah, here's the problem about me. I can't do sweets and alcohol together. I can do them separately, obviously, but I can't combine them. I get sick every time, so I'm nervous immediately, and I'm hoping, maybe at the very least, like a little drizzle. I can do a drive-by on an areola. Unfortunately, it was not her plan. She waterfalls that shit from 3 feet like fucking Willy Wonka's whip. And I am nervous. And I'm like, that is a lot of chocolate. But I'm a logistic thinker. And I've noticed, due to a female anatomy, most of it is pulled near the belly button. And I think, if I start at the bottom, and I widen my tongue out pretty thick, come up quick, I can push that out in one good lick. So I go towards the belly button, I make it about that far and start gagging immediately. It's very rich. And we already know about my dad, he didn't raise no bitch, so I'm going back in. I just got to figure out how I'm going to do it. I got to get a little mantra going. So I start thinking to myself, if I lick her titty a little bit, and turn my head and gag where she can't see me. So my mantra is going, lick a titty gag, lick a titty gag. It looks like this. It doesn't take long of doing that, so she realizes something's amiss down here. She looks down, she's like, oh, I forgot about the sweets and chocolate thing. I'm like, yeah, that's a problem. She's like, don't worry, I'll do you. I'm like, all right. Daddy's about to get his first chocolate blowjob. That wasn't her plan. Her drunk mind said, went on my chest, must go on his. My wife can do sweets and alcohol. That's not a problem for her. What she can't do is my matted ass chocolate covered chest hair stuck to the back of her fucking throat. Guess who else is gagging? I tell her, listen, if we're going to get through tonight, we got to ditch this chocolate shit and just get the fuck right. We now have a new set of problems. Because I've been drunk for like 15 hours and I've been dry heaving for like 15 minutes. So someone didn't show up to work. We had a call-in situation. My wife loves me. She's like, don't worry, I'll get you warmed up. And then she went in for an old-fashioned, the old rubbing type. Listen, gentlemen, can we agree hand jobs have sucked since we were like 12? Is 12 too early? That's probably too early. The point is, a hand job has not kept me awake on a Thursday afternoon, stone sober, and it's 3 a.m. and I am fucked up. So I pass out. And so does she. And I wake up the next morning, I'm in excruciating pain. And I'm trying to wonder where this pain might be coming from, and I look down and oh no. My dick was not my dick color anymore. It wasn't even purple, it went all the way to black dick, and not the good kind. You see, my wife, God bless her, there's no quitting that woman. She never gave up on the old handy. And I'm not talking like a loose laid across her palm. I'm talking fighter pilot losing altitude. Because if you just nudge her and she jerks, she might rip that shit clean. So I'm like slowly prying her fingers off, and just about the time I finally catch a little bit of relief, my buddy comes through the door. He's like, hey man, we're just gonna go get some pancakes. I didn't know. Oh my God. And that look of fear on his face made me survey my situation for the very first time. And I look around the room and there's like sex toys and books and little chocolate dots of shame. And I'm still half drunk. The only thing I can put together is, hey man, it ain't what it looks like. Nobody died in here, and I'm almost positive most of that ain't even shit right there. That's See you guys.